Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. You can do that with the Lisa Mateo. Wow, what a that's a highlight.
All right, I got to start with Gap because their shares really taking a hit. Okay, so down about 13%, as much as 13%. A few things. So you had their fourth quarter sales profit below expectations. Two of the apparel chains, they underperformed. We're talking about Old Navy. That's their biggest brand. Athleta, that's their smallest. They missed on comparable sales estimates. Its CEO said that Athleta, he kind of pointed to that a little bit more, saying that its performance had been disappointing. He talked about, turnaround efforts are going to take some time. But Athleta, they sell the women's activewear, but it's a popular market. Like there's a lot of businesses in that, especially new competition from companies like Alo Yoga, which I know a lot of people are a fan of. But Gap and Banana Republic, they did a lot better. Their brands beat. Gap grew same-store sales by about 7%, attracted more customers across a range of ages, including Gen Z. That's a big draw for them. Increased 4% at Banana Republic, and then that was because of improved marketing and merchandising. When it comes to tariffs, though, the company said something interesting. They said their guidance doesn't reflect the Supreme Court's ruling that kind of struck down President Trump's global tariffs last month, so it doesn't reflect that. You remember Wednesday, the federal judge ordered the Trump administration to start refunding the billions it collected in global tariffs. So its finance chief said the company is just going to wait for some more clarity before starting to change their plans.
Yeah, very interesting. I guess that is one good example of how the tariff policy has unfolded.
Sure.
Is really hampering a lot of operations for businesses, right?
Most definitely. So taking it.
All right, what else you got for us?
Okay, this one I want to start. It's a decliner too as well. That's Nutex Health, ticker NUTX. They're a health-focused application software firm. Their shares are plunging as much as 18%. Now it's kind of pared back a bit. It's down maybe about 11 or 12%. So basically, they reported a miss on revenue for the fourth quarter. Not much on this one. $55 million charged for arbitration claims. That kind of dragged down that fourth quarter profit. If you look at the company across there, $735 million market cap, already down about 36% year to date, but it was up more than 120% in the past year. But it is taking a hit. Their shares down today.
Marvell,
MRVL. Their shares have been up as much as 17%. It's a Santa Clara, California-based company. Their chips are used in servers, networking systems, that needed to fire up those data centers that we're always talking about. So a bullish sales outlook. That was John Tucker was just saying. They're saying data center demand's growing even faster than they expected. So revenue as much as $2.5 billion for the fiscal first quarter. Analysts estimated about $2.28 billion. Expects fiscal 2027 revenue to grow about more than 30% to nearly $11 billion. Now you compare that to their outlook of $9.5 billion in September, roughly $10 billion back in December. But think about it. They're cloud computing operators. They're boosting their capital spending, and that's increasing demands for Marvell's chips. If you look what their chief executive officer said, that's Matt Murphy. He said cloud CapEx expectations, they've continued to increase. They've seen their bookings continue to accelerate. And you remember Broadcom, too. Similarly strong report. They said AI chip sales are going to top about $100 billion next year.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.